Welcome back, everybody, to the New York Knicks MyNBA franchise here on NBA 2K23. The team is playing some really good basketball right now early in season number 4, as we're currently 17-9. We're coming off of a season-defying win in the last episode against the Orlando Magic, in which we were down by 18 points at halftime, stormed all the way back in the fourth quarter, and won in overtime. Ra Khalif Doumbou, of all people, scored 15 in overtime, the same amount of points that the entire team scored in the second quarter. Currently, we are second place in the Eastern Conference, just half a game behind the Boston Celtics, who we're going to play against later in today's episode. I certainly did not expect to see the Celtics here atop the East after losing Jayson Tatum and DeJounte Murray this offseason. It really seemed like they were going to head towards a rebuild, but not so much. Some of the best teams from last year have been quite a bit worse. The Cavs have fallen without Donovan Mitchell, and the Hornets started off really slowly but have played a lot better. As for the Western Conference, the defending champion Houston Rockets look like the best team in basketball. And interestingly, it's the Oklahoma City Thunder in second place. They're finally an elite team within the Western Conference. As we take a look at the numbers, I'm really happy with how the team is playing. Nobody's stats really jump off the page. I know Jayson Tatum isn't putting up ridiculous numbers, but I still feel good about how everyone is performing. Coco Diablo's been good since he came back from injury. The team is shooting the ball efficiently. We're passing it really well. We're playing good defense, and right now it's a really good time to be a New York Knicks fan. Originally, I was planning to do a prospect profile today, which was exciting because we had the Bulls pick, and they're the worst team in the league. But I didn't want to rush it, so I decided to save it for the next episode. You guys are going to have something to look forward to for this upcoming weekend. Let's simulate to this matchup here against the Minnesota Twins. It's on the road, on national television, and they're in third place in the Western Conference, so I wanted to get a look at them. We're going to simulate these next 6 games, and we get an interesting trade offer. R.J. Barrett to the Blazers for Damian Lillard and Josh Hart. Damian Lillard would have been a player I'd be interested in, but he is really regressing. Josh Hart is a solid role player, but I don't think he's enough to make me push the needle to want to do that deal. We ended up going 5-1 in the games that we simulated. The common denominator is that we scored at least 120 points in every game we won. So clearly, the offense is really producing right now, with our only loss being by 14 points on the road against a tough Utah team. During this 6-game stretch, oddly enough, Jayson Tatum has been kind of mediocre. He hasn't been bad, and again, I'm not disappointed with his performance. I just feel like he's not shooting the ball enough, which is weird because his shooting tendencies are literally on 100. I made it so that he shoots the ball often, and he's not really doing that. I also want to give Coco Diablo credit. I kind of shouted him out earlier in the video, but he's been really consistent. He's been pretty efficient for the most part. He's passing the ball well. He's scored it at a solid level. So let's now take a look at our opponent here, the Minnesota Timberwolves. We're currently 22-10, tied for first with Boston in the conference. The Timberwolves have slid a little bit over these last couple of weeks, but they are still currently in 4th in the West. They're led by Anthony Edwards, who I think could be an interesting player to potentially look to ask for a trade within the next couple of years. Minnesota's been a pretty good team recently, but they haven't really been a championship contender, so it's not something that would happen all that soon, but it could be something worth monitoring as we get through these next couple of off seasons, and if we're still looking to add a true co-star next to Jayson Tatum. The Timberwolves have a solid front court, of course. The former number 1 overall pick, Karl Anthony Towns, still in Minnesota, still producing at a high level. They also still have Rudy Gobert. They will be without Alonzo Corbett, one of their good young scorers, so he will not be healthy today, and instead Max Christie will start at the 2 guard. So it should be a pretty fun game on national television. It gives the national audience a good idea to see what our team is about as we go west to Minnesota to face off against a tough Timberwolves team. These guys aren't great or anything. I think we're probably a little bit better than them. But this Minnesota team is no slouch. They've got some players. Obviously, Anthony Edwards is an all-star level guy. Rudy Gobert comes off the bench for this team, and they have Cat start at the 5. I don't really know why they do that. I think it would make more sense to have Cat at the 4 and Rudy at the 5, but they're over 500. They're making it work, so I guess I can't really question it. And as for us, we're right at the top of the Eastern Conference. It looks like a 3-team race at the moment, but look out for Charlotte. After their rough start, the Hornets are playing a lot better over the last month or so, and I think they will be well within the mix for the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. James Wiseman has returned to the starting lineup at center for the Knicks. New York is fully healthy for the first time really all year as the Timberwolves win the tip and we are underway. Kyle Anderson draws the early double, goes inside for Karl Anthony Towns, guarded by Wiseman. Nice spin move by Cat, and he gets the scoring started with a nice layup. 4-0 now, Minnesota. Here's DJ Ramses trying to get an open look, gets it over to Tatum. Fade away, boom. That fadeaway that Jayson Tatum has is just unguardable. I don't know how you can stop it. 5-2. Here is Cesar DiCarlo. Pump fake. Over to Ramses. Deep three, and it is good. DJ Ramses' three-point shooting has really improved this year, and I would go out to say he's one of the best shooters in the NBA, period. Good look for three. It's Anthony Edwards on the board for Minnesota, the former #1 pick out of the University of Georgia. 10-6. Tatum with the screen for DiCarlo, the Italian stallion, who connects with Ramses once again, who knocks down another triple. Ramses is 2 for 2 to start this game from beyond the arc. Christie gets it over to Anthony Edwards, who drives inside. Edwards with the floater, soft touch at the basket, as it's now 12-9. Both offenses look pretty good early on. DJ Ramses drives inside, makes the acrobatic layup. Ramses is red hot, scoring the ball at an elite level. Here's Ramses again. Heat check shot. Bang! He knocks it down. The Timberwolves cannot stop DJ Ramses. He is cooking early on tonight as we are tied at 14. Christie draws the double, gets out of it himself. Nice play by Max Christie, the former Michigan State Spartan, as it's now 17-16. Here comes Diablo, drives inside with a dime in the corner for Khalif Dumbu, who hits the three. What a pass by Coco Diablo, and a good job by Dumbu to knock down the shot. Here is Jaden McDaniels. He's blocked. I think that was Zachariah Royster, the rookie, who got a hand on it. Dumbu to Diablo, knocks it down. The Knicks are shooting the three ball at an elite level here in the first quarter as they lead by 5. Jared Butler gets it over to Max Christie, knocks it down, and the Minnesota Timberwolves making a one-score game. Now it's a 4-point game as McDaniels is guarded by Reddish. Gets it out to Christie. He'll go to the point guard, Jared Butler, who knocks it down. Butler, the former Final Four MVP in the 2021 March Madness tournament with the Baylor Bears. Here's Butler again off the screen from Gobert. Hits the mid-range jumper. 24-25. Not a lot of time left here in the first quarter as Butler sends a dime for Jaden McDaniels. He'll hit the corner three, and the Timberwolves lead by 4. Final possession of the first quarter for the Knicks. It's Dumbu trying to get some space. He'll get it to Diablo in the corner. Diablo step back at the buzzer. No good. The Knicks shot the ball very well from 3, but still find themselves down 28-24 as the Knicks really cooled off scoring the ball towards the end of the quarter. Luckily, DJ Ramses is back in the game as he has it stripped, but Feinstein gets it back and hits the jumper. Great play by Patrick Feinstein as it's 26-28. Here comes Skylar Fields. The rookie is blocked. Feinstein got a hand on it. However, the Timberwolves get it back, and the jumper is made by the former Knick, Hector Dortstrada, who was on our G League team last year. DiCarlo goes inside for the big fella, Ahmed Kabongo, the third-year pro out of the Democratic Republic of Congo. 28-30 now. Here is Fields looking for the screen, gets some room. Fields over to Dortstrada. He'll knock down the 3. Good look for Hector Dortstrada, who's been a pretty solid role player for Minnesota this year. Nice pass in the corner for Killa Cam Reddish, who knocks it down for the Knicks. 2-point game now as the Knicks get it back in the hands of Cesar DiCarlo. Blows by the defender and is in for the slam, and we are tied up. DiCarlo's got 5 assists here in the first half, averaging 12, 5, and 7 this year. I think he's been genuinely really good as of late for the Knicks. Hector Dortstrada hits another open 3 as New York calls a timeout. A little bit of a revenge game for Dortstrada, and he's making him count. Jayson Tatum hits the open 3 for the Knicks. He only had 2 points in the first quarter, but he knocks that one down. Tatum is currently averaging over 50% from 3 this year. He's been ridiculously efficient as Kyle Anderson gets the putback off the block by Feinstein. Rams is inside, no good, but the putback will fall for Patrick Feinstein. He has done an awesome job as an offensive rebounder this year, and his ability to put back dunks is really impressive. 38-38. Edwards with the slam. Anthony Edwards, the high-flying young guard, throws it down, and the Timberwolves are back ahead, 38-40. Ramses gets it over to Jayson Tatum. On the move, hits the deep 3. What a shot for Jayson Tatum, and the Knicks lead 41-40. Edwards connects with Kyle Anderson. It's slow-mo who hits the three, really showing off that slow release on that jump shot, but it did fall. 41-43 now. Edwards draws the double, hoping to get it to somebody open, and it's the rookie Skylar Fields who hits the top of the key three to put Minnesota back ahead. Here's DJ Ramses. Ramses with a nice move over to JAYSON Tatum. He gets it out to an open man. It's R.J. Barrett who knocks down the three. Barrett has done an awesome job this year off the catch, hitting his jump shots. Here's Tatum. Whoa, he broke Hector's ankles. He missed the shot, but still, what a move by JAYSON Tatum, crossing up the former Knick. I love how Hector Dortstrada goes spinning. Beyblade, let it rip as he goes flying to the ground. If Tatum had made that, that would have been a sick play. Speaking of nice step backs, there's a good move for Edwards. He's no good, but the putback dunk will fall for Karl Anthony Towns. Tatum steals the pass, and the Knicks are going to look to run the floor quickly as it's Zachariah Royster who goes for the layup. He could have gone for the big slam, but instead tried to show off the jelly. 48-47 now. Here is Rudy Gobert, guarded by Royster. Hands it off for Anthony Edwards once again, who gets the powerful two-handed dunk. 49-50 now. Here's JAYSON Tatum. Nice pull-up jumper. Long two is good, and the Knicks take the lead back. Tatum with 8 points in the second quarter, and the Knicks are now in team takeover mode, and they're going to look to take advantage. Diablo for three, rattles in. There is no way that shot would have gone in if he wasn't in takeover mode, but we'll take it. Open three for Minnesota. No good. Gobert with the offensive rebound as he muscles up on the rookie Royster and cuts the lead to 2. Nice play there by Rudy Tootie as it's 54-52. Diablo with the and one. Slam! Coco Diablo blows by the defenders and throws it down. Diablo with 11 points here in the first half. 57-52. Max Christie inside. Heaves one up. What a shot for Max Christie. 57-54. Final seconds of the first half. Diablo drives inside in the corner for the rookie Zachariah Royster, and the three will fall out. It's been a really competitive first half here in Minnesota. 57-54 your score. The Knicks lead it. Into the second half now. Here's Ramses off the pick and roll in the corner for the Italian Stallion, Cesar DiCarlo, who hits the three. 60-56. Christie off the pick and roll. Can't get any room, but somebody else is open. It's the rookie, Skylar Fields, who hits the three for the Timberwolves, and it's now 60-59. Here comes Anthony Edwards going up the floor quickly with a dime for Max Christie, who throws it down, and the T-Wolves are back ahead, 61-60. Here's Fields. Heaves up a prayer, and it is no good, but Towns is there for the rebound and the putback. Nice slam for Cat, and it's now 63-60. Towns has it guarded by Barrett, showing off his strength down low as he gets the shot to fall, and the Timberwolves lead by 5. Minnesota's looking really good in this second half, particularly defensively. The Knicks cannot buy a bucket right now as they finally get one to fall from Cesar DiCarlo, who's the only player who has scored in the second half for New York. 62-65, screen from Gobert. Here comes the Timberwolves. Jared Butler, guarded by Tatum, puts the moves on Tatum. Great play by Jared Butler, and the Timberwolves are back ahead by 5. DiCarlo again with the and one. It's nice seeing Cesar DiCarlo scoring the ball at a high level here in the third quarter. The only problem is still nobody else has scored for the Knicks. New York has 8 points in this quarter, and they're all by DiCarlo until that dunk by Coco Diablo. Finally, somebody else scores. 67-72, McDaniels inside for the Frenchman. Ha ha ha! I know you guys missed that. Rudy Gobert with the layup. Here is Coco Diablo. Gets the pick. Diablo inside for the big fella. Zachariah Royster Moister, the rookie out of Purdue. Diablo, fadeaway three, won't fall. Kabongo with the rebound. He gets it back to Royster. Gets it back to Diablo. And Diablo drives inside. Back over to Royster as the Royster rolls in for the slam. 71-76. Here's Butler over to Kyle Anderson, who takes forever to get the shot off. But it goes in. Nice shot for Kyle Anderson, and the Sloth makes it an 8-point game. Final seconds here in the third. McDaniels drives inside. His pass is tipped and caught, and the shot at the buzzer is no good for Minnesota. 71-79 your score. The Knicks offense was quite bad there in the third quarter. Everybody other than Cesar DiCarlo should be ashamed. We'll see if it can get better in the fourth, and that's not a good start as the three-pointer rattles in for Skylar Fields. 71-82. Here comes Ramses, who has not scored since his red-hot first quarter. Over to JAYSON Tatum, who hits the corner three. The Knicks need Tatum and Ramses to get hot to try to put themselves back in the game. Here's Fields inside. Euro step blocked by Wiseman, who's out there running cardio. And then the Timberwolves get it back as the three falls for Fields. I don't think James Wiseman has recorded a single stat today other than that block and a couple of rebounds. He has been not very good. Here's Fields again, wide open for three, knocks down another one. The rookie Skylar Fields is hooping. He was a player who the Knicks were projected to take last year. Obviously, they opted for Royster instead. But right now, Skylar Fields is really making him pay. Nice cut and finish inside for DJ Ramses with a beautiful slam dunk. 76-88, about 7 minutes left in the game. Christie gets it over to Jaden McDaniels, hits the contested three. Minnesota shooting the ball very well here in the fourth quarter. As for the Knicks, their three-point shooting has been very mediocre since early in this game. Here's Karl-Anthony Towns, has the size mismatch, and hits the step-back midi to put the Timberwolves ahead by 15 as they get the steal. Here comes Jaden McDaniels in transition. Drives by Diablo, and McDaniels is no good, but he gets the rebound, put back, and one. Minnesota leads by 18 points with 5.5 minutes to go. It is not looking good for the Knicks as they try to get anything going. Here's Barrett. Drives inside over to JAYSON Tatum, who weaves it up, beating the shot clock. That was an ugly possession. The Knicks are lucky they scored there. 80-96. Here's DJ Ramses, draws the double. JAYSON Tatum wide open, knocks down the three. He's up to 20. New York is hanging around, but they've got to make a big comeback here in the final 5 minutes of the game. Gobert, huge and one for Minnesota. The Frenchman, ha ha ha. James Wiseman called for the foul. 83-98. Here's Tatum inside with the slam. JAYSON Tatum is starting to heat up, but the Knicks have to keep the same level of intensity on the defensive end of the floor. Here's Cat with a beautiful pass for Skylar Fields, who makes a great off-ball cut to put the Timberwolves ahead by 17 points with just over 2 minutes to go, and the Knicks need an absolute miracle. As Ramses throws it down, he's now got 17 and 8 as he gets the 180 slam to go through. But it's still not looking good for the Knicks, who are trailing by 15 with 1.5 minutes to go as Barrett hands it off to JAYSON Tatum, who draws the double. Over to an open man. It's Cesar DiCarlo, who knocks down the three, and the Knicks are going to continue to try to hang around. Here's DiCarlo. Drives inside, takes it himself, makes the layup. He's up to 16. New York has given it all they got here in the final minute of this game. Wiseman and DiCarlo trapped in the corner. Now over to Tatum, to Ramses. Deep three. Got it! And the Knicks are now only down by 7. It's time to start playing the foul game. I think that's what we're going to see here. But Ramses is able to strip the ball away from Fields. Takes it himself with the slam. And the Knicks are only down by 5. They were just down by 15 not even a minute ago. So now Minnesota's really got to make sure they inbound it well as it goes to the rookie Skylar Fields, who's eventually fouled by Cesar DiCarlo, and he would make both free throws. Following possession, another three for DJ Ramses, and it's now only a 4-point game. Minnesota on the inbound again, gets it to Christie. He would make both free throws, and it's a 6-point game. DiCarlo takes it himself, no good. Wiseman with the offensive rebound, over to Ramses, who heaves it up, no good. Wiseman with the offensive rebound again, over to Tatum. Tatum draws the double, over to Barrett. Deep three is good, and it's a 3-point game with 14 seconds left, as the inbound will go to Christie, who's fouled by Ramses. That's his 6th. He's out of the game. So Max Christie will go to the line. The first one is no good. The Knicks might actually get an opportunity to tie. The second one from Christie will fall, and New York calls a timeout. They still have one left. Off the timeout, here's Tatum. Under a lot of pressure, drives inside in the corner for Cam Reddish. Got it! The Knicks only trailed by 1 with 5.7 seconds left. Minnesota will inbound it after using their final timeout. Edwards on the baseline, he gets it in, but it was out of bounds on Minnesota! The Knicks are now going to get a shot to win the game! They were down by 15 a minute and a half ago, and now they can win it. The Knicks have to manage this right. This would be an all-time historic comeback. So the Knicks are going to get Royster in the game at center. They trust his shot creation ability a little bit more than James Wiseman's. I thought about bringing Coco Diablo in, but I think I want to rock with this group. Cesar DiCarlo can make big-time passes. And if all fails, you got Cam Reddish in the corner who knocks down those shots. But I think realistically, we got to get the ball in the hands of Jayson Tatum. We signed him for moments like this to be our closer. And indeed, it's in the hands of Tatum, who drives inside. Tatum gets it to the rookie, Royster, who makes the shot! And the Knicks have taken the lead with 1 second to go. And New York has done the unthinkable. They have defeated the Minnesota Timberwolves 108-107 in an all-time historic comeback. I am just speechless. What the hell was that ending? The Knicks were down by 18 with under 2 minutes to go. And they won the game. What a ridiculous comeback by the Knicks, and what an all-time choke by Minnesota. The Timberwolves led by 9. Going into the fourth quarter, they continued to build their lead, and this game looked like it was over. With 2 minutes to go, we were down by 15 points. With a minute and a half to go, we were down by 12. And we played pretty much flawless basketball after that to win the game. We scored 21 points in the final 2 minutes, outscoring them 21-5. And it's not even like Minnesota was unclutch. They only missed one free throw. The out of bounds at the end of the game was a total killer, but I don't think Minnesota lost this game. I think it was more so us winning it. And a ridiculous comeback by our New York Knicks. Skylar Fields led the scoring for Minnesota with 21. He's a really impressive rookie. Cat with 17. Edwards was kind of quiet, though. As for the Knicks, Ramses with 25 and 8 before being fouled out. 22, 10, and 6 for Tatum. A very solid game. DeCarlo played really well. Diablo was good off the bench. And, of course, the rookie, Zachariah Royster, with the game winner. So I was originally planning to play against the Lakers, but seeing Boston on the schedule, I feel like we got to play them. The Celtics are the best team in the Eastern Conference, and Jayson Tatum gets to make his official return to Boston, unless he gets hurt again. We got offered the Damian Lillard, RJ Barrett trade again, and I said no, again. As Cesar DeCarlo bruises his knee. Not a serious injury, but with him, you always want to be safe. I wanted to give Coco Diablo an opportunity to start, so this is a good excuse to do it. But DeCarlo ended up only missing one game. We ended up going 4-1 in the 5 games we simulated, including beating the Bulls 156-110. We had 8 guys in the double figures. Tatum had 31. Everybody who played scored at least 8, and the team went 22 of 37 from 3. I get it's the Bulls, but that's still impressive. So let's take a look at the Celtics, who have slipped all the way to 4th. As for us, we're currently in 2nd. We do have the number 1 point differential in the East and the number 2 point differential in all of basketball behind the Rockets, so that's pretty cool. As we take a look at the Celtics, their leading scorers are Josh Christopher and Kaysen Castillo. They have ignited the offensive presence without Tatum and DeJounte Murray, while veterans Marcus Smart and Robert Williams have continued to hold down the fort as the leaders and culture guys. It's really impressive seeing the Celtics play this well despite losing their top 2 players. And speaking of, Jayson Tatum making his return to Boston tonight. The Knicks played in Boston earlier this season and won, but that was during Jayson Tatum's injury. So this is his first game back in Boston. Celtics fans and Boston fans in general are usually very harsh, but they gave Tatum a standing ovation as he was introduced to the game. Very well deserved, because Jayson Tatum won this team a championship 2 years ago. If Tatum had never won them a ring, I get that they would boo, but since he won them a ring, they feel indebted to him, and for good reason. The Celtics win the tip, and we are underway. Knicks and Celtics, Jayson Tatum's return to the TD Garden as he gets things started quickly with an early 3, 30 seconds into the ball game. A little bit of cheers, but mainly boos after that shot from the old Boston faithful. Half of these fans probably yelled a racial slur after he made that shot. As Marcus Smart goes inside for the layup. Smart with 4 points here in the first minute of the game for the Celtics. RJ Barrett looks to go inside. Barrett with a beautiful spin move. That was really good defense by Deni Avdija, but RJ Barrett made a hell of a play. 5-6 now. Here's DeCarlo. Goes inside. Gets it out to the corner for Jayson Tatum, who hits the 3. Tatum 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. Unfortunately, he's now shooting less than 50% from 3, but still, he has been very efficient from deep. There's Deni Avdija for 3, the former Washington Wizard, who has helped replace some of the production lost with Jayson Tatum gone. Ahmed Kabongo is back in the starting lineup. He gets the dunk. Nice assist by DeCarlo as we're tied at 11. Here's Josh Christopher looking to make a play. Guarded by Ramses tightly. There's Christopher. Deep 3, and it's good. DJ Ramses had a hand in his face, but Christopher, who leads the Celtics in scoring, still knocks down the shot. Here's Christopher again with another one, and Boston's starting to heat up. Josh Christopher with a pair of triples in the last minute or so. Coco Diablo now in the game for the Knicks as he feeds it for the big fella, Ahmed Kabango of the Democratic Republic of Congo. 19-15, Christopher gets it over to Avdia. He connects with Kaysen Castillo, who was part of the DeJounte Murray trade with Oklahoma City. He'll knock down the three off the catch. 22-17, nice move inside by Castillo once more. As the Knicks call a timeout, trailing by 7, New York's defense has not looked very good here in this first quarter. Here's Christopher with the screen from Bassey. Christopher inside for the big fella, Charles Bassey, the former Western Kentucky Hilltopper, and it's now a 5-point game. Valentino gets it over to Hachimura. Back inside for the other Italian stallion, Enzo Valentino, who was also part of the DeJounte Murray trade. There's Josh Christopher inside for the slam, and the Celtics lead by 10 as New York's defense continues to be really bad. Wiseman with the size mismatch, misses it, but gets the rebound over J.D. Davison and puts it back in. 10-point game once again here for the Celtics. It's Christopher who draws the double. He'll send it in the corner for J.D. Davison, who hits the three. Boston now has 37 here in the quarter. 24-37 your score. Final opportunity for the Knicks as Coco Diablo on the move. Three-pointer is no good. This Boston offense appears to be the real deal. They lead by 13 through 1, trying to spoil the party in Jason Tatum's return to Boston as he gets it over to Ramses. Ramses with only 2 points in the first quarter gets it to Royster, who has the size mismatch, and hits the shot over Christopher. Nice bucket by Zachariah Royster, who we saw the game winner earlier today. Patrick Feinstein is blocked at the rim, but he gets it back for the and one. Again, Patrick Feinstein in second chance opportunities. He just wants it more than the other team. Off the turnover, RJ Barrett inside for Tatum, who flushes it home. And the Knicks are starting to play a lot better here in the second quarter. Boston has not scored in the opening couple of minutes here in quarter number 2. He'll look to change that with a three from Kaysen Castillo, who is left wide open. And Boston now leads by 9. Here comes Marcus Smart, the former Defensive Player of the Year. Lobs it up for Zaza Hadepe. 33-42 now. Denny Avdia with it. About 6 minutes left in the half as he gets it to Kaysen Castillo. No good. But the Time Lord, Robert Williams, is there for the putback. And the Celtics are back up by 11 as their offense is back on a roll. Step back, 3-ball, bang! DJ Ramses connects as the Celtics call a timeout with the Knicks up by 8. Castillo with the spin move. Hands it off for Williams, but it's ripped away by DJ Ramses. Here comes the Knicks in transition. Kabongo in the corner for Khalif Dumbu, who hits the three. Nice shot for Dumbu, and it's 39-44. Here's Avdia inside for Robert Williams, who gets the and one. The Celtics offense was not good through the opening couple minutes in the second quarter, but they've picked right where they left off from the first quarter over these last 2 minutes. Here's Denny Avdia off the pass from Davison. Knocks down the open three, and the Celtics lead by 11. The Knicks are hanging in there offensively, but Boston's had control of the entire game. Khalif Dumbu hits another one as the Knicks are down 54-44. Coco Diablo not on the board, but he does have 3 assists. Over to Reddish to Dumbu in the corner for the rookie, Zachariah Royster, who hits the three. Following Boston possession, shot no good. I don't know why the team went into takeover mode and then he missed it. I thought for sure the shot was going to go in. But on the other end, it's Zachariah Royster with the reverse slam. 49-56 now. Shot is blocked by Wiseman. Bassey gets it back, and he's blocked again by Wiseman. Here comes the Knicks in transition. Reddish over to Wiseman with the slam. What a sequence for James Wiseman. 2 blocks and a fast break dunk. 51-56. Davison inside, makes the layup. Great play by J.D. Davison, scoring in contact as it's 58-51. Dumbu looking for the screen from Wiseman with under 10 seconds left in the half. Dumbu gets it over to Diablo in the corner for Royster, who misses the three at the buzzer. 58-51. Pretty competitive game, but it is Boston with the lead. Josh Christopher and Kaysen Castillo. These 2 guards are great scorers. They play off each other well. Normally, Boston always has one of them come off the bench, so one of those 2 is on the floor at all times. And, well, both of them have been great today for the Celtics. Into the third quarter now, Marcus Smart sends it in the corner for Kaysen Castillo. Castillo normally comes off the bench and Christopher starts, but today they flip-flopped it, and Smart's pass is tipped and intercepted. DJ Ramses takes it himself off the glass! The self alley-oop for DJ Ramses. What a play! The best offense is good defense. Shot no good from Barrett, rebounded by Kabongo. Hands it over to DJ Ramses with another big-time dunk. Ramses' best ability as a scorer is his ability to create his own shot, particularly from three, but he is an explosive athlete as well, showing it these last couple of possessions. There's Feinstein with the slam. Nice cut, nice pass by Tatum, and it's a 5-point game. New York playing well here in the third quarter as Robert Williams is tipped and stolen by Ramses. Ramses lobs it up for Tatum, who throws it down. The Knicks are putting on a show here at the TD Garden. I just heard a racial slur from Section 104, but that dunk in itself was an obscenity. 61-64, Christopher inside for Charles Bassey, and the big Hilltopper throws it down. 61-66, Royster over to Diablo, who fools the defender on the pump fake and makes the shot. Maybe if J.D. Davison's hair wasn't in his face, he wouldn't have gotten fooled. Who am I kidding? As a crazy hair enthusiast myself, J.D. Davison has a sick afro. Here's Josh Christopher in for the dunk. Boston ahead by 5 with 2.5 to go in the third. Here comes Josh Christopher again, guarded by Reddish, looks to go inside. What a move by Christopher, who heaves it up, and the floater is good. An excellent play by Christopher, and the Celtics lead by 7. Here comes Coco Diablo, gets it over to Wiseman, who makes the nice shot off the glass. The Knicks are really playing well in this third quarter as they're still only down by 5. Here's Dumbu with the screen, drives inside. Dumbu over to Wiseman with the slam. Nice pass and nice finish. The Knicks only trail by 1 possession here with seconds left in the quarter as it's an and 1 for Boston. Dumbu called for the foul. That's Josh Christopher yet again making another play. Other than Christopher and Castillo, Boston's offense has really stalled out. They've only scored 36 points in the last 2 quarters after scoring 37 in the first quarter. 3-pointer at the buzzer from Dumbu will not fall. The Celtics still lead by 6, 67-73. Into the fourth, here's Denny Avdia in the corner for Jason Castillo, who hits it. Castillo and Christopher are going to have to stay hot because nobody else on this offense is putting the ball in the bucket. Here's Cesar DiCarlo, only has 1 point, but he's going to continue to show off his passing prowess as he gets it to Barrett, who knocks down the triple. 72-76, Barrett looks to take it himself. He'll drive to the wing. Barrett gets DJ Ramses some room, and Ramses connects from deep. DJ Ramses, his first points since the first quarter. It seems like today he's only doing well in the first quarter of games. Big time block by Kabongo. On the other end, Barrett over to DiCarlo for the dunk, and the Knicks have taken the lead. 78-76. Zaza Hadebe inside for the Time Lord, Robert Williams, who makes the layup, tying the game up with about 5.5 minutes left on the clock. Marcus Smart gets it over to Williams inside for Hadebe, who hits the shot over Jason Tatum, and the Celtics are back ahead by 2. Avdia with the screen from Hadebe. Goes inside, step back to Hadebe. Somehow makes the shot, nearly blocked by Ahmed Kabongo, but he still gets a default. 80-82 now. Here's Avdia in the corner for Jason Castillo. He's cold, but he hits a huge 3 to put the Celtics up by 5. 80-85 with 3.5 minutes left on the clock. Here's Cesar DiCarlo over to Tatum. Contested 3 is good. Jason Tatum buries the shot, and the Knicks are only down by 2. The lob is going to somehow fall. What the hell was that? I think Marcus Smart was trying to lob it up for Robert Williams. It was tipped by Barrett. Williams could never catch it, but it still bounced in. It was ultimately called a goaltending by Kabongo, but the shot was still in anyway. 83-87. Here's a step back for DJ Ramses, who hits the 3, and it's only a 1-point game. The Knicks can now take the lead. Cesar DiCarlo with a nice move on Smart as he's inside for the dunk, and the Knicks have regained the lead. 88-87. Here's Christopher, draws the double. Doesn't matter. He goes inside, makes the layup, and puts Boston back ahead 88-89. DiCarlo whiffing on the following possession. Sends it in the corner for a wide open man. Bang! R.J. Barrett hits the 3. 91-89 with 2 minutes to go. Here's Christopher. Inside. He's blocked at the rim. I think that was Ramses who made the play. On the other end, Tatum inside for Barrett, who gets the dunk. New York's ball movement today has been really, really solid. They've had some great passes, such as that one. Christopher looking to make a play for the Celtics down 4. He gets it to Zaza Hadebe, who throws down the reverse dunk over Tatum. 93-91 now. Here's Cesar DiCarlo. Looks to go inside. He gets it over to Tatum. Tatum, shimmy, fade away. Got it. Jason Tatum is too good. The Knicks are back ahead by 4, and they had the ball. Here's Tatum. Lets it fly from deep. And the Knicks are now up by 7 off the 3 by Tatum, who is 26 in his return to Boston. The Celtics have to score here. Christopher makes the layup. We saw the Knicks come back down 15 with a minute and a half to go early today. Moral of the story, this game's not over. Barrett over to DJ Ramses. Ramses inside for Jason. Tatum is blocked. A grown man play by Zaza Hadebe. The Celtics will now look to inbound it with 25 seconds left on the clock. Avdia for 3. Bang! The Celtics now only trail by 2, and it's time to play the foul game, as it's Cesar DiCarlo who will go to the line for the Knicks. The first one is no good. These Celtics fans are chanting every offensive Italian word they can. Mamma mia! The second one is good for DiCarlo, and it's a 3-point game. A 3 can tie it for the Celtics, but they can also go for a quick shot here if they want. Here's JAYSON Castillo. He's fouled by DJ Ramses. Interesting strategy there by the Knicks. They'll get Castillo to the line, but he can only shoot 2, and the Knicks are probably going to get fouled again. The first one is good. The second one also falls for JAYSON Castillo. The Knicks will have another opportunity at the line, and this time it's DJ Ramses who will shoot the 2. So we'll see if Ramses can make it a 3-point game. Keep in mind the Celtics are out of timeouts as he makes the first one. New York now ahead by 2. The second one for DJ Ramses will fall. He's up to 21 points. The Knicks lead by 3 with 12.6 seconds left on the clock. And we'll see what Boston does here. Smart gets it over to Zaza Hadebe, who's just going to hold it on the wing. Hadebe is not a good 3-point shooter. What are the Celtics doing? What the hell is this play? The shot for the tie is no good. The Knicks win it 101-98. That might be the worst constructed play I've ever seen. They had their worst 3-point shooter in isolation with Jason Tatum. He just stood there and shot the ball and missed. What was that? Josh Christopher with 23. Castillo with an inefficient 22. Although Denny Avdia had a good game, an efficient 15, 7, and 5. But the veterans, Williams and Smart, were not all that impressive. Although Robert Williams, I thought, was pretty good defensively. As for us, Jason Tatum in his first game back, 26 and 8. Ramses with 21 and 6. Only one player scored in the double figures. But we shot the ball pretty poorly from 3. But it was our defense and our big run in the fourth quarter that propelled us to the win. So next episode, we're going to play against the Grizzlies for reasons. We're also going to have our prospect profile as well, so it should be a lot of fun. That'll wrap this one up. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. This was probably one of the most fun episodes in the series, in my opinion, with the big comeback and the crazy game against Boston. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace out.